Yo, what is going on YouTube? It is Dill and we are back here with another Madden video. Today, we're going to be updating my best cornerback tier list in Madden 22. Now, before we do go on ahead and get into the video, if you are new to the channel, make sure to go ahead and leave a like on the video and also subscribe if you are new. I drop almost daily Madden content on the channel on the road to 10K subscribers. Would greatly appreciate your support. Now, I know I haven't uploaded in a couple days. What happened was my PC was having a lot of issues. We got those fixed. Now we are back. Now the first thing I'm gonna do before we get into the new cards, and we got a bunch in total, we got like 34, but that includes like low overall elites and all that. So what I'm gonna do is pretty much drop everyone down a tier to the point where we are now left with this. Now my new standard in the S tier is gonna be pretty decent speed, you know, but the main thing we want in the S tier is going to be 90 90 90 for thresholds. 90 man coverage, 90 zone coverage, 90 press. Now the one I'm willing to work with is press, because especially on next gen, pressing just is not the move. Like if you have a receiver equal speed or even a little bit less, they'll still go ahead and burn you over the top if you do press sometimes. So in the S tier, we got Woodson and Ramsey. They're going to be 90 90 90 90 man, 90 zone, 90 press. Now the reason why we want 90 man and 90 zone, that's going to give you the fastest reaction times in the game and the highest like tier man coverage, right? So they're going to have the best man coverage you could get, and they're going to have the fastest reaction time in zone you could get. So the first new card we're going to go over is going to be Team of the Week, Darius Slay. This was actually a card you could get for free if you played your Team of the Week solos. He's actually pretty good, 90 speed on him. But the thing about him is he only hits the high 80 tiers for man, zone, and press. So he's not S tier, he's not A tier. I think I'm going to go ahead and put him in the B tier. I think speed-wise, he aligns right there. Could maybe see him C, but I think Darius Slay also is one of those cards that plays better than his overall too. Like when the game first came out, I was rocking his base elite for a while. I absolutely love the big play Slay card. My Hughes right here is pretty terrible, 88 speed and like 70s for man, zone, and press. I'm gonna go ahead and put him in the D tier. I don't think he's F tier, but he really isn't that good. Now a budget beast right here, Trae Wayne's gonna be 90 speed and 80s for man, zone, and press. Pretty decent height as well. I think I'm gonna go ahead. He's either C or B tier. I think I'm gonna put him in the C tier. I think everyone in B tier just has like those higher tiers of like man, zone, and press. Next up right here, we have Xavier Rhodes, who's actually pretty similar to Darius Slay. Gonna be that 91 speed this time, again, just like Darius Slay, and the high 80s for man, zone, and press. Can't hit 90 for anything, but I think he's overall pretty solid. Now a card that I just really kind of forgot he was in the game. Barney right here, a legend. Team of the Week, very old player. Now this is where it's going to come into what I said, right? I'm putting him A tier. He's pretty similar to Delta O'Neal, I think. The reason why he's A tier, not S tier, is because of his zone and his press. He hits like 89 zone. Like if he hit 90 zone, I'd probably put him S tier. Again, press is something we could work with. Also has a very low press, like 82. So I think he's more A tier than S tier. I think the S tier guys will play a little bit better, but he does have 93 speed and 90 plus man, so he's not bad at all. Now Byron Jones right here for sure gonna be S tier. The first S tier new card we're covering today. Now what makes him S tier? He's gonna be 92 speed, which is a little bit slower, and the same thing with Jalen Ramsey, right? But again, he hits 90 for man, zone, and press, so all the thresholds that we need, he hits them. Another thing about Byron Jones that I really like is his archetype. I really like that zone archetype. You get mid-zone knockout for 1 AP, which I believe it still works the same as it did like before and last year. I know they tweaked inside Deadeye, and a lot of people thought mid-zone knockout wasn't going to work because of what they did with inside Deadeye. But I'm pretty sure mid-zone knockout works the same. If you don't want to run mid-zone, he can get other cool abilities for the cheap, like deep out knockout. So in your deep zones, they react a little bit faster. So yeah, overall, I just think he's a very good card. Asante Samuel Jr. right here, another budget god, gonna be 91 speed, and that's really the big thing on him. I'm just gonna lob him into the C tier. Yeah, there are cards that have like better, higher zone and press and all that, but speed-wise, he's one of the faster players in C tier. He's a good budget option, especially if you're just starting your team. Now for the next two cards, we're going to go over them pretty fast. They're not really too good. Carlton Davis and Jaylon Johnson, I'm both going to put in the D tier, and they're pretty much the same. Carlton Davis can hit 80 for man and press. Jalen Johnson can hit 80 for zone. But the thing is, they're both just too slow right now. Like, Jalen Johnson's going to be 88 speed. Carlton Davis is going to be 87 speed powered up. And it's just, you can't really work with that. Yeah, on a theme team, sure, they might be pretty good and you could get away with running them. But on everyday regular team, they're just not good. Marshawn Lattimore right here is an interesting one. I'm going to put him by Darius Slay. I think they're similar. Again, gonna be 91 speed and high 80s for man, zone, and press. I think this card plays really, really good. It's just threshold wise, I just can't put him any higher. I think the difference between like A and B is gonna be like, hey, people in A tier hit like 90 for a zone coverage, hit like 90 for a man coverage, you know what I mean? Now, next up right here, we have Mosphere Jaycee Horn. When I tell you a card is literally one stat away from being the best corner in the game, feels bad, man. But I think, again, with my rules for like S tier, there's always exceptions, especially earlier in the year, because this is a card, one of the fastest corners in the game, powered up, going to be 94 speed, and he hits 90 for man and press, and he hits 89 zone. 89. If you could give him +1 zone, he's the best corner in the game. And again, I'm willing to put him S tier because I believe he's tied fastest corner in the game. And speed right now is still very, very important. I think the Panthers are low-key a slept-on theme team. I'm not going to lie to you. They got a lot of good cards. But Jaycee Horn, especially his rookie premier card too, played really, really good. Was one of the best corners in the game when the game first dropped. I think this card is going to be very, very similar. Now, next up right here, not going to spend a whole lot of time on this card. Stephon Gilmore got a +1 Team of the Week upgrade. So imagine his Gridiron Guardian, but just with +1 stats. So that's pretty much all it is. They're going right next to each other. His card doesn't get a whole lot better, to be honest with you. I think if you want to run someone like Stephon Gilmore and like Trae White, they're in the same tier. Pretty similar cards. You need to run them on a theme team. And again, Panthers theme team, like there just seems like a lot of speed on that team, a lot of cheaper cards that just are budget beasts. Next up right here, we have Jaire Alexander, who is going to go ahead and go into the S tier for me. Again, going to be pretty similar to Byron Jones, but he's not going to be that zone archetype. He's going to be man-to-man. 92 speed, 90 man, 90 zone, 90 press. Very, very good. Also, a thing about Jaire Alexander cards that I really, really like is his change of direction is also really, really high. So he's going to be 93 change of direction. Good height, literally just almost everything you could want from a corner. Avonte Maddox right here, I really like his card. It just sucks they didn't give him good man zone and press. Like if he would have hit 90 for some of those, could have been S tier, but I think I'm gonna go ahead, have to put him in like, oh man, I think I'm gonna put him bottom tier of A tier. Speed wise, he's one of the fastest corners in the game, but it's just a threshold thing for him. He can't get 90 for anything, right? He hits 80s for man and zone, which isn't terrible. 70 for press, so do not press this guy. But speed wise, I think he's A tier. Could see him B though as well. I just think he also has very high change of direction, like I mentioned with Jaire Alexander. This card is gonna have 92 change of direction on 88 overall card. I think out of all the I think there were team builders, team whatever they're called, I think he's one of the better corners out of all of them. Levi Wallace right here is gonna go into the B tier. Again, he's pretty similar to what I said with Avonte Maddox, just -1 speed. He's going to be 80s for man zone, and I believe 70 for press. So Eric Stokes right here, Eric Stokes is going into the B tier, and Avonte Maddox is dropping down with Eric Stokes because of the fact I just don't think they're as good as anyone in the A tier. Speed-wise, sure. Speed-wise, they're very, very good, but I think the things like man, zone, press, thresholds are so important for a corner actually playing good. So speed-wise, yeah, they're one of the best cards in B tier, but I'd probably still take like Darelle Revis over him, Marshawn Lattimore, Darius Slay. But Eric Stokes, getting to him, he's gonna hit 80s for man and press, but cannot hit it for zone. So he's literally just a speed guy, and you're gonna see that the common thing with these cards right here. So now I just went ahead, sped up the process a little bit. William Jackson, Elijah Molden, Jason Verrett #1, Cameron Sutton, DJ Reed, and Bryce Hall, all allowed them into the B tier, right next to all the other team builders. Really not anything separating them, right? I mean, Jason Verrett, if you take a look at him, he has his strengths and weaknesses too, right? Like, there's a couple people with 90 speed. Jason Verrett is one of them. So powered up, he's going to be 91. Sure, compared to like Eric Stokes, 93 speed powered up. Yeah, that's a big difference, right? But then you have Jason Verrett, who is basically hitting 90 zone. He hits 89. If he hit 90 zone, he'd probably be my favorite corner out of all of them. But I feel like these guys pretty much are all the same, right? Like, they have their strengths, they have their weaknesses. I think they're pretty good. I don't think they're quite on the A tier or even S tier level. I still think they're good. It's just, it's tough to put them on tiers with people that are hitting the 90 threshold of like man and zone. Next up right here, we have Troy Hill, who is just a speed guy going into C tier. He's literally 89 speed. That's the only stat you need to look at him. Powered up going to be 90. Literally just a speed guy. So if you want a cheap, like, he's an 82 overall, you need speed on your team, go ahead and pick him up. Now, a card I actually like right here, Bobby McCain of the Washington football team. It's actually a corner. I know he was a free safety for a while for my Dolphins. Powered up, he's going to be 91 speed, hit 80 for man and zone. Not really great press, but he's a good speed guy. I think he's B tier. Pretty similar, on the same level as these like team builder cards. Right here, we got two Deion Sanders cards in a row. The first one right here, you can't power him up. He's gonna be 91 speed. He's a card you can get from Superstar KO. Can't hit 90 for any of like the zone coverage, all that kind of stuff. This Deion Sanders, I'm gonna lob into the B tier. I think he's one of the better cards in the B tier. Could maybe seem A tier, but again, not hitting any of those thresholds really kind of hurts the card. But back to Deion Sanders right here. Again, I told you there was exceptions to the rule. I'm going to put him S tier. Now, I have seen a lot of people complain about their Deion Sanders just getting absolutely toasted. But from when I played with Deion Sanders, he plays absolutely insane for me. Gonna be one of the fastest corners in the game. Powered up, gonna be 95 speed, hit 90 for man and zone. His press is really, really low, so do not press Deion Sanders. I think this was a card. I would go ahead, play him at maybe safety, have him just chilling in a deep blue, let him try to make some plays. But next up right here, we got an absolute budget beast, Fabian Moreau right here. A card that, again, his previous card was also a budget beast. Powered up, going to be 93 speed. He's a zone archetype. He can go ahead, hit high 80s for man, zone, and press. So overall, very, very solid. He can't quite hit that 90 tier, but being 93 speed does help out a lot. And for that reason, I'm going to go ahead and move up Stokes and Avonte Maddox. Those are the only people I could see in the A tier, so I will go on ahead just for speed, move them up. Now, Greedy Williams right here, some people might disagree with me, but in my opinion, I think Greedy Williams is S tier. The reason being, he's really, really good. Powered up 93 speed, can hit 90 for man and zone, 89 press. The reason why I put this card this high though is 6'2". He's a 6'2" corner. I would play this card at safety. I think he's one of the better safeties you could play right now. And honestly, if I could, I would use him. Like, he is very, very good. Also hits 90, changes direction too. So if you can play him at safety, try to use her as safety. I think he'd be really, really good. But even if you don't, I still think he is very, very good. Now, Janoris Jenkins right here is another card that fits the S tier. Powered up, going to be 93 speed, 90 man, 90 zone, 90 press. And yeah, that's the big thing on him. Can hit all the thresholds, good speed, very good corner right now. Now, next up, I think a card that surprised a lot of people. Jason Verrett right here is for sure in the S tier. He's going to be 94 speed powered up. He doesn't hit 90 press, but being a zone archetype, good height, 90 zone, 90 man. Like I said, we can work with that. He is one of the better corners in the game, in my opinion, due to archetype, height, and also, of course, speed and zone. Kenny Moore right here, I'm going to put him A tier, pretty similar to Barney, who we covered earlier. Powered up going to be 92 speed. Going to hit that 90 zone. Can't hit 90 man and has very, very low press. When I tell you his archetype is slot, play him in the slot. Do not let him press. It is going to be bad. He has like 70 press. But other than press, really, this card's pretty good. Roby right here, a card that I don't know if I would consider a budget or not, but he's going right by like all the team builders and stuff, pretty similar to them. Gonna be 90 speed powered up, high 80s for man, zone, and press. Just can't hit the 90s, so I can't really put him in A tier. Ronde Barber right here. I'm gonna also put him A tier. Just narrowly misses out on the S tier. Like, he's like this close to the S tier. Powered up 93 speed, so he has like S tier speed. Man and press over 90, very, very good. But man press, at least on next gen, on current gen, it might be really, really good. But man press on next gen just really isn't that good in my opinion. Can't hit 90 zone coverage, and he's also 5'10", so I really don't like short corners. Can't hit 90 zone coverage. I run almost zone coverage every single play, so he really wouldn't be the best type of corner for me. And lastly right here, Denzel Ward, for sure S tier, one of the better corners in the game. Going to be 94 speed, 90 man, 90 zone, 90 press. Basically a perfect corner right now. And yeah, y'all, that has pretty much been the tier list. Let me know down in the comments what you agree with, what you disagree with, who you think should go up, who you think should go down. If you did enjoy this video, make sure to go ahead and leave a like on it and also subscribe. I appreciate y'all clicking on to the video. I hope y'all have a great rest of your day. But other than that, man, has been your boy Dill, and I'm out. Peace.